Then the governor's soldiers took Jesus from the praetorium and gathered the whole company of soldiers around him. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him, and they twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand and knelt in front of him and mocked him. "Hail, King of the Jews," they said. They spit on him and took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. After they had mocked him, they took off the robe and put his own clothes on him. They led him away to crucify him. As they were going out, they met a man from Cyrene named Simon, and they forced him to carry the cross. They came to a place called Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. And they offered Jesus wine to drink, mixed with gall, but after tasting it, he refused to drink it. When they had crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots. And sitting down, they kept watch over him there. Above his head they placed the written charge against him: "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." The two robbers were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by hurled insults at him, shaking their heads and saying, "You who are going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself. Come down from the cross if you're the Son of God." In the same way, the chief priests and the teachers of the law and the elders mocked him. "He saved others," they said, "but he can't save himself. He's the King of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross. We will believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God rescue him now if he wants him. For he said, 'I'm the Son of God.'" In the same way, the robbers who were crucified with him also heaped insults on him. Matthew 27:27-44.
He gives himself again with all his gifts. And now we give him something in return. He gave the earth that bears, the air that lifts, water to cleanse and cool, fire to burn. And from these elements he forged the iron. From strands of life he wove the growing wood. He made the stones that pave the roads of Zion. He saw it all and saw that it was good. We took his iron to edge the axe's blade. We took the axe and laid it to the tree. We made a cross of all that he had made and laid it on the one who made us free. Now he receives again and lifts on high the gifts he gave, and we have turned awry.
When I think of Good Friday, the first image that comes into my mind is the darkness that covers the earth in the final hours of Jesus' life. And I'm drawn to the well-known verse in Isaiah 9 that says, "The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in a land of deep darkness, on them has light shone." And this verse is commonly linked back to Christmas, when we see Christ's incarnation and his birth as the light of the world into the world. And yet here, darkness covers the earth as the light of the world is crucified. So where is the light in this? Well, Jesus dies for all mankind, and even here in his dying moments, his witness continues to change hearts and lives. In Luke's account of the crucifixion, we read that one of the criminals, who is also being executed beside Jesus, believes and is saved in his dying moments. And we also hear in Mark's account that the centurion at his feet, when he sees how Christ dies and breathes his last, crying, "It is finished," believes and says, "Truly this man was the Son of God." And the curtain in the temple tears in two, removing the separation between God's holy presence and sinners. In the darkest moment in history, as Christ is executed by those he came to save, Those who walked in darkness saw his marvellous light as he continued to draw people to himself. And what incredible hope that is for sinners as they look to the cross.